All right, so as you can see, we have Outlook open in here, and when you open Outlook, it will basically prompt for email address, and in here you can see that this is my email address that I'm going to use. So I'll click on connect, and what this will do is this will basically add Eskawa, which is the username here, and we will basically try to use that. Um, so anytime you want to configure Outlook, for the first time when you open it, it will always prompt you for the user and password. As you can see, it did not ask for password. I didn't have to type the password here, and Eskawa is just added for me. Set up Outlook mobile on my phone too. I will uncheck that and click on done. So now my Outlook is basically going to load up, and you will see that after I load up the Outlook, it is retrieving the mailbox settings and it is configuring it for the first time. And once we are done, it will load up the emails for us. And you can see, if you remember, these were some test emails that we sent earlier, right? So you can see this is from Inam, and he sent me email from gmail.com, and then you can see that there is another test that was sent. So this is basically Outlook, and now you can basically start sending and receiving emails. So in order to send the email, you can click on new email, and then you can type in the email address. So I can say um, I want to basically send it to um, Enam. I want to send it to Eskawa, and I will name it test and test. So I'll send it. Now Enam will receive an email on his email account, and I will also basically get an email. So that's how you can send an email through Outlook. So that's how you can configure your Outlook. And you can see this is the test email I got, which I sent it to myself. And anytime you send a wrong email to the wrong address, in here you can see that a alimi wasn't found. So email.com is not valid, right? There, it's not valid. There was no mailbox found. Most of the times what will happen is that the user will call you and say, hey, you know what, I'm not able to send an email. So what will be the first thing you will ask? You will ask user, hey, can you send me the delivery message or delivery error that you're getting? And then the user will basically send it to you, and you can see that how to fix it and then send again, and basically it is telling you each and everything in here about that email. So so that's how you can work it out, and it is giving you all the details. Now as an IT professional, you will basically go over this and then check everything and figure it out, and figure out what was the problem. So in here the problem is that there is no such alimi@email.com. So that is the problem. Now you can tell the user there's no mailbox like this that you're sending. Please call the recipient and make sure the email address is correct. So in here you can see that it is telling us connected to Microsoft Exchange, and it means that your account is now connected and it is working. Any question? All right, so now as you can see here, this is Eskawa at ktrains88.microsoft.com. One thing that I want to touch in here is if you click on file, you have this option called account settings, and you can click on account settings. So most of the time when you want to troubleshoot, when there is a problem with the account, you can always come in here and make sure that the account is working. You can double click on it and then it will tell you that this account is basically configured to use exchange mode cache. Okay, exchange mode cache. What does it mean? It means that it will keep emails cached on this computer for 3 months. You can increase it too. Now it will save all your emails as an offline for 2 years. All right, it will save it for 2 years. You can increase it and you can say all, right? So it always depends on how much email you have. So it is good to keep it for 1 and 2 and 3 years a lot of time. So it will keep your emails cached for 3 years, 1 years, or 2 years. If you click on more settings, let me see if I can. Okay, let's give it a second. If you click on more settings, it will basically bring up other settings that belongs to this account, specific account that you have. Um, and you will be able to troubleshoot from there if there is any problem. A lot of time what happens is if you're not using cache mode, your Outlook will be very slow. Okay, if you are not using cache mode, your Outlook will be very slow because it is directly connected with the email server, right? It is directly connected with email server, and that is why it is not going to work um, as fast as when it is using cache mode. So using cache mode is really good, and it is really um, it is recommended. It is recommended if you want to have your Outlook basically work faster. So when you click on more settings, you see you're basically getting general description here on the mailbox. If you click on advanced, you will basically see advanced options in here. Let's give it a second. My system is slow here, but it will show you all different settings. Alright, so in here you can see that we are using cache mode. It is downloading shared folders, and we also have calendar improvements set. On the security, you see this is checked, which is good. Encrypt data between Microsoft Outlook and Microsoft Exchange. So whatever the connection that we have from this computer to the email server is encrypted, which is good. So these are different options that we have, and once you're done, you can click on done, and then and click on close. All right, so that is the basic settings there. In our next class, we will continue to work in Outlook, and we will see what other troubleshooting methods we have to work on a daily basis, and we will also work on our Exchange Online console through our Office 365, and we will see how can we configure different options in the Exchange Online.